Today on the vlog, I'm going to be talking about how I'm growing with God this week. I've had a breakthrough in understanding God as a father, and it's come through my own journey as a father. I've got 5 kids, and I'm realizing the reality of Hebrews 12. No son goes without discipline, and it's shifting something in me this week, and I want to tell you guys about it. Got breakfast going on upstairs, about to start the day. I've been realizing that my kids need training, that we have to actually teach them what is right. We need to do training time this morning. Bella's over feeding the goat. When's she coming back? We need to do training this morning.
This baby right now is on golden mode.
Gotcha.
It's all gold.
There's a bunch there that are put together.
Oh, well.
What do you think, Elijah?
You
like big lights?
Yeah.
We're gonna do a training this morning. Oh, you need tons of training.
So this week in church, and I think was I in there 2 weeks ago too? I'm realizing you guys have a really hard time sitting still. All right, you guys are doing good. I'll give you some marble. Everyone's gonna listen. Now when they drew near to Jerusalem, and the crowd said, "This is the prophet Jesus from Nazareth." All right, I'll see you guys later. See you, buddy. Love you. Romans 12 talks about our legitimacy as sons, and it's connected back to discipline. It's connected back to every legitimate son has been trained, has been disciplined, and even realizing with my own kids that there's been so many times when I look at my kid and they're upset because of some consequence, or it could be a natural consequence, it could be a consequence I give them, and they're upset, and I want to alleviate that pain. I want them to be happy. I want them to relax, to enjoy their life. But the reality of discipline is we have to be able to say, you have a consequence either that I've given you or that's natural for what you've done, and you're not going to be able to change, you're not going to be able to grow if that consequence isn't there. And I had this realization this week because the Lord was talking to me, and I've been wrestling with an addiction to my phone, to YouTube, to shorts, whatever it is. I've been struggling with this addiction, and God's been telling me, hey, make a plan. When are you going to look at your phone? When are you not? What are the rules around your phone? And I finally sat down and made some rules in prayer, asking the Lord, okay, Lord, these are the, what do you think? And he gave me some insights, and I wrote down some rules. I said, okay, I'm gonna not look at my phone on YouTube. I'm not gonna watch YouTube unless you've given me an intentional purpose to do it. Could be I'm looking something up or watching a podcast that I feel like the Lord's released me to watch in that moment. With any other exception, I'm not gonna watch anything on my phone until we get to 8:30 to 9:30 at night. And in addition to that, he's given me a couple of other restrictions. I gotta get up to the Y base, so here we go. In addition to that hour being the only hour that I look at YouTube, I've got 4 things that I have to do before I get to watch YouTube during that hour. First one, post a short on YouTube. Second one, read at least 2 chapters of the Bible with my family. Third one, I practice guitar, learning how to lead worship. And the fourth one is spending 10 minutes with each one of my kids. If I don't do all 4 of those things, then I don't look at YouTube from 8:30 to 9:30. I don't look at YouTube at all in the evening. And the other rule is, and I've kind of had to add these in conversation with the Lord over implementing this, that if I do look at YouTube during the day, that I lose that ability to do it during that hour. Headed home for lunch. Basically, I realized, yeah, God's trying to disciple me, but if I don't accept his discipleship, then I'm really just saying to him, you're not really my father. I'm not really interested in your input. When he gives me restrictions around how often I look at my phone, which he's been giving me, then I'm ignoring his discipline. And I look at my kids, in a lot of ways, I haven't disciplined them. And it's because I feel like maybe they don't really need it, or maybe it's too much work, or I don't know how to do it, because I haven't been fathered, because I'm rejecting the discipline of the Lord. It's starting to click for me. Ooh, I need to get some gas. What are you guys doing?
Catching marbles. 9, 8:39.
We got the marbles idea from Family Teams. They suggest having not just discipline, but also correction, which is a lighter punishment or reward for doing something good or bad. They get a marble if they do something we've been training them on. They lose a marble if they don't do it, and then they can turn the marbles in for different prizes. I'm headed back to the office. The interesting thing that started to happen even this week as I took seriously making a plan, stepping into it with the Lord, it wasn't just one layer, it was multiple layers. I had to kind of keep making the plans of the Lord. But as I stepped into that, I realized that my heart had really just been going to YouTube just to numb, to sort of distract myself from tiredness or confusion or lack of ability to just press through. And the crazy thing is that as I've started to not look at YouTube and do it in relationship with God, it's caused me to just start talking to God in those moments. And I've realized that there's a lot of spaces in my life where I just need to talk to the Lord, and I just need to let him know what I'm thinking or feeling, process something with him, and that I need to ask him questions, let him guide me. This isn't really about YouTube. This is really about, am I willing to let him father me? Am I willing to let him discipline me, correct me, affect my life, not just in a block of time, but like in a daily way. Headed home. It's just the basic simple reality of it's not religion, it's relationship, right? But here's the kicker, like when most people say it's not religion, it's relationship, what they mean is that you should act like it's a relationship, or you should treat it like it's a relationship. But if you're not talking to God, if you're not hearing God, he's not leading you in your life, if you're not being disciplined by him, is that really a relationship? So that's the wrestle point for me, is realizing that I can't just be interacting with the ideas about God, I have to be interacting with God himself. What's up, dude? Hello. I was like tacos again.
Yeah, it's all the mix. Hey, let's have ice cream. Yes, have ice cream.
What's going on with you, boy?
It's like this has all the I know. This is a catwalk.
End of a long day. It is a battle, and I'm wrestling for breakthrough, for freedom, and I've seen some breakthrough, and I'm excited. I'm excited to lean into the discipline of the Lord. And I'm struggling. I'm not always succeeding. And even as I was talking to the Lord about this video, he said, it's mercy. It's really the mercy of the Lord. We all fail too much. If it was up to us succeeding, we are past that point. It's his mercy. And it's not just his mercy in that we can keep trying or that we have a chance of succeeding by his grace. It's also mercy that he delights in us, and he delights in our wrestle, our attempt, our struggle to be who he is calling us to be. He delights in us even in that struggle. When we try, when our hearts are towards him, when we seek him, he delights in that. And so even as I struggled today, as you struggle, know that he delights in you, because you're watching this video, you made it all the way to the end. You care about the Lord. You want to live for the Lord. It's a battle, and the Lord is with you, and he delights when you turn towards him. Come to him with confidence in his mercy today. Check out this video here, and we'll see you in the next one.